To the uninitiated, a high school cross-country race can appear to be every man for himself.
Chris, you're running great today!
Go, Jonathan, go!
The uninitiated would do well to meet
30 seconds.
I'm gonna throw up.
14-year-old Susan Bergman, a Chippewa Falls 9th grader who leaves no one behind.
It helped me get even closer to my brother.
Jeffrey is Susan's older brother by a year. And these are their parents, Jess and Jordan.
When Jeffrey was 22 months old, he suffered a sudden cardiac arrest that caused him to go 20 minutes without adequate oxygen to his brain.
From that point on, Susan's dedication to her brother hasn't wavered.
We just kind of always have had that special close bond.
A bond only strengthened
Come on, Jeffrey.
as they click off the kilometers.
We were trying to figure out a sport or after-school activity he could participate in with me.
Susan took a cue from her parents, both runners, who've included Jeffrey in their races.
He loves running.
But Susan on grass, pushing more than her own body weight through a season's worth of races and practices.
This is really unprecedented.
With coach Roger Skifstad.
Yeah, I was worried. We were all worried.
Everyone worried, but Susan.
Let's go, Susan! Hearing everyone screaming and cheering, it gives me a very big adrenaline rush.
Come on.
Ow.
You got it.
Recognizing the mental and physical strain, Susan's mom suggested maybe run alone.
She looked at me as if I had grown two heads. She was like, this is not an option.
This, says Susan, is a team.
Come on, Jeffrey, let's go. Sometimes I'll look down because I'm going up a hill and I'll see him smiling. Come on, Jeffrey, where are you? I need you right now. Mentally, I just push away the pain. Come on, Jeffrey, where are you? And focus on him enjoying it. All right, there we go.
Well, look at the dedication she has to her brother. That's cool.
We're almost there, let's go!
Then, at the end of every race, one final act of love. When Susan gives Jeffrey the privilege of finishing ahead of her.
Nice, easy run.
A dad joke,
He did excellent.
a little brother's
Jeffrey and Susan did.
affirmation.
You guys were so close to your fastest time. Yeah.
Puts everything in perspective, doesn't it?
Nice job, dude. We're PRing at conference, okay?
In 14th place.
Faster runners will take home medals.
Nice job, Haley!
Susan and Jeffrey will take home a gold bond.
I don't think Susan wants to run up another hill right now.
Boyd Hupert, Carol 11 News, West Salem, Wisconsin. The varsity girls basketball team at New London Spicer High School has an abundance of riches.
I'm Mackenzie Rich, and I'm a senior.
Mackenzie was the first to make the team.
Courtney Rich, and I'm in 11th grade.
Then the riches
Avery Rich, sophomore.
kept coming.
My name is Dakota Rich, and I'm in 8th grade.
4 Rich sisters on an undefeated Class 2A varsity team ranked #1 in the state.
Let's go.
Which made for a proud dad moment earlier this season.
Yes, yes.
When Earl Rich was in the stands the first time all 4 of his daughters were on the floor in a game, the same time.
It was a special moment, that's for sure.
Special for more than one reason.
Move it! Move it!
Mike Dreyer
There you go.
is the girls' coach. In his 43rd season with New London Spicer, the winningest girls basketball coach in Minnesota high school history.
Good shot, Emma.
Still coaching, he says, largely
Good job.
because of Earl.
Good job, Ken.
I suppose it was like 6 or 8 years ago. You got to keep coaching. You got to coach my kids. I just said, I can't. I don't think I'll be hanging on that long, Earl.
Earl persisted for his girls.
I told him if there's any coach I ever want you to play for, it'd be him.
A position rooted in 45 years of Earl Rich's personal history.
Well, I would say 2nd grade would be when I remember being in the homes.
Foster homes, to be more precise, after Earl's mom became too ill to care for him.
What about your dad?
My dad, he moved away and was in Spokane, Washington. Totally out of the picture. I never had a dad. The foster parents were my family.
You were in 6 different homes.
6 different foster homes through high school.
When the 5th foster family decided to give Earl up, word spread to his 7th grade football coach, who might look familiar.
I was in the lunchroom one day and the music teacher was saying, "Oh, Earl's going to have to move to Wilmer." I listened to him and I said, "Well, he can come live with me."
I'm like, Mike Dreyer?
Earl moved into the home of then unmarried Mike Dreyer, who legally became his foster parent.
Yep, I was that.
Earl and Mike together through sophomore, junior, and senior years.
I never spent 3 years at one place. He just gave me every aspect of a dad that I never had.
A dad to come to his games, ready with advice and love.
Oh man, it's hard to talk about sometimes.
I'd say he definitely turned out all right for having such a tough life when he was younger, and I think Dreyer definitely played a big part in that.
Earl went on to quarterback and pitch for Southwest State University, became part owner of New London Real Estate, and a campground where his daughters spend their summers practicing basketball. There's some pride.
Yeah, it is.
Get open!
And now Coach Dreyer sits on one side of the court with Earl on the other.
They're all 4 out there right now.
And his 4 daughters on the floor between them.
I was lucky. I was fortunate, and I'm glad he stuck it out for the girls.
Good job, Coach. Good job.
Courtney, Mackenzie, Avery, and Dakota. Riches beyond anyone's imagination.
Good job, honey.
Boyd Hooper, Carol 11 News.
Good job.
New London.
Good job, Kens.
A fall rich with colors comes to a predominantly white northern Minnesota community. But the season
Let's go.
isn't the only thing changing
Game day, man.
in Ely.
1, 2, 3. Let's go!
Vermilion Community College
Let's wake up.
has a new football coach
I see confusion in some of your eyes.
who's recruited new players newly connected to this northern outpost best known for mining, timber, and tourism.
Pulling into town, I was like, wow, kind of surprised me.
Montario McAfee
Caught me off guard.
recruited over the phone from Kansas City.
No Peace Hush, no McDonald's, no none of that. I even got the pronunciation of the town wrong for the first month. I was calling it L.
From urban centers to the deep south, they came to play for Terrence Isaac,
Let's go 9. I need another receiver.
who also knows what it feels like to be a fish out of water.
From Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised.
High school football was Terrence's escape from an abusive father and a violent neighborhood. And when no big colleges offered him a spot,
You know, I found out about a place called Ely.
then, on his way to becoming a star receiver on a championship team, Terrence scored something more.
It took me from an environment of violence to an environment of peace. This is a place that actually I needed it so bad.
How big an impression left?
Good job, number 18. Let's go, Blue.
Ask his wife, Candace.
Well, he's always said that he would always want to go back to Ely. So if the opportunity presents itself, I definitely want to go.
Yeah, it looked like he was held.
Then, opportunity called.
Hey, fight through that though.
But Terrence didn't become head coach just for himself.
Big coaching shop.
Tyrese Rogers, recruited to Ely
Yes, sir.
from Alabama.
I went fishing for the first time ever out here.
Carlos Carter,
Yeah, hunting.
from Washington, D.C.
So small, like, I see my teachers in the grocery store, gas stations, Dairy Queen.
Exactly what their coach had in mind.
We just out here getting in that work together.
Those are his players running not on the football field, but right through the middle of Ely.
I want the community to see us. I want the community to know that we're here. There's a stereotype on African American males, so I wanted the community to see these guys and see something different.
Break it up.
Again, the football team volunteering in the Ely Community Garden.
Hey, you love to work.
They're very strong.
There you go.
Wow.
It's nice and peaceful too, though. That's what I like about it.
Then, delivering flowers to Ely's senior home.
I said, holy cow, these guys are nicer than I am. I mean, more respectful than I am.
Mike Pope, vice commander of the Ely VFW, also refs high school football and knows locker room talk. He remembers his first encounter with the community college team at Vermilion.
I will tell you, the only person cussing up there was me.
And over the months, the more the players have reached out, Ely's reached back, easing their parents' fears of sending black sons to a small town in the state that produced the police officer who murdered George Floyd.
I just try to reassure them that, look, it's going to be okay. I went to school there.
For good measure, look who Coach Isaac invited to welcome his players their first week in town.
Hopefully they'll be able to learn us by first name, last name.
Chad Hood, Ely's chief of police.
He told us, he was like, there's going to be people here that will make your life hard. There's going to be people here who use racial remarks. You give me a license plate number, you give me a name, and I will spend my entire day tracking them down, and I'm going to talk to them.
Just to kind of say, hey, this is how we do it here.
Still a predominantly white town, but a community in which a predominantly black football team
In the name of the Father
is feeling more
and the Holy Spirit.
and more
Here we go.
immersed,
Raising up. There we go.
including several newly baptized souls
Here we go.
at Ledge Rock Community Church.
Definitely cold in Alabama water.
Far from home,
Touchdown!
but still
Good job.
home.
Good job.
I don't have any children who play on the team, but all these kids are our family.
I love the feeling of winning, baby. I love the feeling of winning. Here we go. Oh, my God.
Oh, we got him.
1, 2, 3.
Decades after Terrence Isaac found a home here, Ely's front door is still propped open.
Ely will always have a place in my heart no matter where I go after this.
Boy Duper, Carol 11 News, Ely.